We're gonna get right into it. This Candace, she's been all over the internet, all over social media. She's getting a lot of attention right now. We're gonna go over some contradictions, and maybe you'll learn some things that you didn't know about her. When I found this out, I was honestly kind of shocked because it doesn't go with the image that she's trying to sell. I don't know if you're familiar with Officer Tatum. He's basically a massive Zionist, and he's very vocal about how he's pro-Israel, which is almost everything that Candace claims not to be. She keeps talking about the J people and all their connections and how she's anti-Zionist, and she she believes that the Jewfish people have a massive grip on power in politics in the U.S. and how she's not for it. Tatum is the complete opposite of her. He's a Jewfish champion. Together, they formed this group called Blexit. Who also is in this group? TPUSA. Says here, Blexit traces to two different origins. An original grassroots Blexit founded after Castillo's 2016 killing that promoted black economic independence, and a separate conservative organization and nonprofit widely associated with Candace Owens and co-founder Brandon Tatum that launched publicly in 2018 to 2019 to urge black Americans away from the Democratic Party and promote conservative values. The Owens-Tatum Blexit bills itself as a minority-focused education and outreach nonprofit powered by Turning Point USA, with goals framed around rejecting a victimhood mentality, promoting entrepreneurship and personal responsibility, and recruiting black voters to conservative causes. So what's interesting is that, Candace is constantly bashing TPUSA, which they've been on some real shiesty stuff since the whole Charlie Kirk incident. She still has all these ties to this company, though. And again, she's constantly preaching about the Jays, and the Jays are bad, which they are. But then she's allying herself with people that contradict all the things that she claims to line up on in her beliefs. What it seems like is so many of these people are compromised, and they really don't mean half the stuff they proclaim. If there's money in it, they'll go against their values and they'll seek out that money. So you can go on here and read through this of what this organization is that she formed with Brandon Tatum. Do some research into it. I really just want to point out how it's such a contradiction, the things that she claims to support and way that she claims to think, and then she has ties with people who believe the exact opposite and who are Zionists. So there's a few videos I want to go over real quick. This was some comments that she made about Netanyahu.
On everything that I've looked into and stuff that I had not seen before because the Western media doesn't cover it. Bibi Netanyahu caught off camera speaking about how he had no intention of following the Abraham Accords and how he was going to get around it. He has, I believe, genocidal ambitions, and that's enough. We don't need to dispute, go backward or forward. Do I think Bibi Netanyahu?
So she has just made a very strong statement about what she views is going on in Israel and Gaza.
Who has genocidal ambitions against the Palestinians? The answer is yes.
Do you think he's a war criminal?
Yes. I believe he's a war criminal, and I think that...
No second thinking. She, comes out and says what she thinks is the deal.
The issue is how much power he has, particularly in America, and I want to make sure that I'm just crossing, or I guess making that clear to people across the pond. In America, we have lobbying. You guys don't have lobbying here. And so this is why it might seem...
We do, but not to the same degree.
Yes, like AIPAC spent $100 million in our elections. And what that means is that they're able to write fellowships, they're able to pay journalists, they're able to pay people to attack. Now, based on everything that
Now here's another video of her making some statements.
So much more that I could say, so much more history that I studied. There's a lot behind my refusal, my absolute refusal to bend the knee to Israel.
Absolute refusal to bend the knee.
There's too much that I've learned about their history, about what was done to Christians, which they're alleging now is blood libel. They're convincing Jewish people, like actually Jewish people, people that practice Judaism as a faith, who are not Frankists, who are brilliant people who could research this and actually tell you what is going on. In fact, I read the books from the Israeli historians, Shlomo Sand being one of them.
She refuses to bend a knee towards Israel. Then she starts a foundation with one of the biggest supporters of Israel, and he's very vocal, Officer Tatum, about how he's supportive of Israel. Now, you heard how she views what's going on in Gaza and Israel. Let's listen to what Tatum says, and let's see if these two people that are partners in this organization that they have made, tied in with TPUSA, which means TPUSA's and their donors is funding this. Let's see what he has to say and his views on Gaza and Israel.
America, what are we even talking about? It wasn't until recently, I'm online, and I see all the anti-Semitism stuff, but I'm an American, I'm not Israeli, so I'm not.
There's that buzzword, anti-Semitism meant something totally different when I was growing up. Today it means anyone that criticizes Jewish people and the actions of Jewish people. Totally different word today, totally different meaning, and that word is thrown out to discredit people and make people look a certain way, so that when they have an actual argument that's valid, it's taken away from this buzzword, this name that they call everyone, this definition.
I'm not really involved that deeply. But I'm scrolling through the internet, and I see a bomb blow up a building. And I'm like, that's interesting. And once you watch it, the algorithm will feed it to you. The next video, a bomb blowing up a building. Next video, a bomb blowing up a building. And I said, damn, this is kind of suspicious. Like, my cop brain came in. It's like, how did they get the camera lined up perfectly on this building? I mean, they had one on the ground in between a building that was looking through a building, see a building that got hit by a bomb. All these other cameras are showing. I mean, I went through like 10 of them. And I'm like, this seems staged to me. And then I go back and look, and I'm like, okay, the camera's set up. The building comes down, and everybody's running around scrambling like they're shocked. Then how in the F do the video guy know that the building's gonna get hit and nobody around to know? I said, something is not right here. Then I scroll through another one, and I see a kid they got dirt on their face and they doing this, and then one kid is laughing on the corner over here. I'm like, wait a minute, this is what they're showing the world? I mean, 10 million, 50 million views. They're staging this stuff. And I got pissed, man. I was like, I gotta say something about this. And you guys could probably go back to that very video. I was like somewhere and I put my phone down and I'm like, all these videos I see is propaganda. And then I started really going into it and showing the videos of kids who are hurt, injured. Well, how did they get hurt?
You hear that, folks? All these videos of people getting offed over there on the Gaza side, it's all propaganda. Kind of like the propaganda that came out about babies having their noggins cut off and stuff like that. It's all staged according to him. You can get on X, you can get on a lot of these platforms, these social media platforms, and you can view live the bodies that are stacking up due to this event.
We know how they got hurt. They don't have a video of IDF shooting these kids. They just have a video running with kids limped and the buildings that come crashing down, and then you realize it's a terrorist organization, so you don't know if they're shooting these people themselves. You don't know if they're making them stay in the building when they come crashing down, because they know it. They got the leaflets, and it's reports from people.
And remember, there's already been numerous incidents, 3 that I can think of for sure, where it was investigated as Israeli snipers popping kids without, like whack-a-mole.
That on the pro-Israel side is saying that they're doing that. They're forcing people to stay in these areas. They're getting them killed. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't doing this for propaganda. And it pissed me off so much that I just went crazy on it. And then I just continue to see the hate that come my way. I continue to see the lies and deception and the numbers. And it just started making sense to me that this is a big propaganda stunt. And I'm not saying nobody's dying. It's a freaking war. People are going to die. But to the extent that they're why are you not showing this? Why are you not showing the egregious nature? They did the little viewing, but they're not showing the world how barbaric and evil these people are. Therefore, you can counter all of the barbarism that they're claiming that Israel is doing with their videos. But anyway, it just drove me into just fury on the lies. If people are telling the truth, I don't care. I'm not going to argue with them. If Israel is killing innocent people for no reason, like they say, sniping little babies and stuff, no effing way would I support that. Show me the video, I will critique the video. But no one has these videos. And maybe they do exist somewhere, somehow. And the double standard, too, is what bothered me. We killed so many people. America is the worst, right? I mean, Hiroshima, all these nuclear bombs that we dropped and killing millions of people. And in Afghanistan, 400,000 people we killed in that war. Like
a million in Iraq.
A million in Iraq, and like they killed.
A million people died.
A million people died. So but a lot of that was because of us, our incursion in it. But it was 20-some hundred people, maybe 3,000 people died in 9/11, and we killed and all these people died as a result. And we were in war for 20 years.
So it's in, folks. Because the U.S. committed all this stuff, it's acceptable for Israel to just go about the campaign that's gone on, and who cares about all these lost lives in it? The reality of war is the average man gains nothing from it, and oftentimes he actually loses everything because of it. Some of the stuff that this guy says, it's just, he talks about his cop brain. It must be similar to a brain with someone that has cerebral palsy and Down syndrome. There is no critical thinking coming from this guy. And it's funny because all these people that are these huge Zionists that make excuses for all this stuff going on over there, they all have the same talking points. It's like they get flashcards and everything's decided already on them, and they all mix up the flashcards so that they're speaking at different intervals, but it's all the same stuff. It's always the same stuff. There's been terrible videos that have come out showing just the disgusting, vile things that are going on over there, and there's people like him that will get in front of a camera and deny it all. I think a lot of folks are waking up to the stuff that's going on. And I just thought it was interesting that, Candace, as much as she's talking about all this stuff and her views on everything, she started a major organization with somebody that doesn't reflect the views that she spews. He's actually the complete opposite of everything that she says and feels, especially on the matter of Israel. So that was interesting to me. It's all content, contracts, and cons. Contradictions.